Florida Governor Ron DeSantis, again, I mean, just ripping Kamala Harris for her support of the port strikes. Florida Governor, and this is quote, Florida Governor Ron DeSantis slams Vice President Kamala Harris this week for supporting the port strikes on the East Coast that threatened to bring the U.S. economy to its knees. Hello. It reads on. It says tens of thousands of dock workers who are now members of the International Longshoremen Association walked off of their jobs at midnight at Tuesday at ports along the East Coast and the Gulf Coast. In her statement on the matter, Kamala Harris showed zero to no regard for the billions of dollars a day in damage to the strike is causing to the U.S. economy. It reads on, this strike is about fairness. This is what Kamala Harris says, and I quote, the strike is about fairness. Foreign-owned shipping companies have made their record profits and executive compensation has grown. The longshoremen who play a vital role transporting essential goods across America deserve a fair share of these record profits. In this news release, it says in the press conference on Wednesday, that was yesterday for us. Of course, we're filming today, which is Thursday. This will be released on Friday. Desantis, who is right now leading the recovery efforts here in Florida, but also helping surrounding states, he said, and I quote, one of the things I'm concerned about is potentially these ports getting hung up. DeSantis says, I think it's totally unacceptable to try to intentionally deprive people of the supplies they need to be able to rebuild their homes when they have been displaced in a natural disaster. He goes on, and I quote, this is DeSantis. He said, we should be doing all that we can. The federal government should be doing all that they can to make sure these supplies continue to come here unabated. He goes on, now is the time. Now is the time. You already have people that are reeling, people that are on their backs. Let's do everything we can to accelerate the relief. Make sure that they have their equipment. Make sure they have their supplies that they need to be able to rehab their properties and rebuild their homes. And then finally, DeSantis, he said that the administration's disastrous response to the strikes could actually delay people from getting the supplies that they need by weeks or even far longer. And then last quote from DeSantis, he said, I think it would be a really, really bad thing for the Biden-Harris administration to allow supplies to just be sitting in the Atlantic Ocean just on ships that are just idling when you have people not just here from Pinellas County, but in the upper entire Gulf Coast in the Big Bend area who need it most, he said. It's not something that will be good if this is allowed to happen, end quote. And actually, Governor Ron DeSantis is exactly right. He's exactly right. And I tell you, I pray that this gets resolved so quickly for the flow of goods to go unhindered to the United States of America. In Jesus' name. If you like this video today, please like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.